Good morning, students. Today we will be doing exercise 4.2 of the chapter Simple Equations. In this, we will take question number 2. Give first the step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. So let's take A part. What we have to do in this question is we have to separate the variables, that is, we should do mathematical operations in such a way that we are left with only variables on one side of the equality sign. In the A part, equation is 3L is equal to 42. So the variable over here is L, and we have to do mathematical operations in such a way that we are left with L on LHS. So what we will do? We will divide both sides, that is LHS and RHS, by 3. So what do we get? This 3 will cancel out and it will be 1, and we will get L is equal to 14 times. Remember children, we should have only one with L. There should not be any other number with L. As we know, 1L means L. It is understood, and there is multiplication sign between them. 3L means 3 multiply L. But we have to make variable separated. That is, there should not be any other number except 1. Similarly, in the question number 2, B part, equation is B divided by 2 is equal to 6. So with B, 2 is in the denominator, that is, it can be understood as half into B is equal to 6. So with B there is 2 in the denominator. So what we can do to separate the variable B? We can multiply both sides by 2. So this 2 will cancel out and we are left with B is equal to 12. Remember children, it implies that sign, and this is equal to sign, and you cannot use equal to sign over here, as in an equation there is only one equal to sign. If you do this, the equation becomes meaningless. So remember, this implies that sign. Taking the next F part, we have the equation Z by 3 is equal to 5 by 4. We have 3 in the denominator, so what we should do? To separate the variable, we will multiply both sides by 3. So this 3 will cancel out, and since we cannot cancel 4 with any of the numbers, so we will multiply 3 by 5. So Z is equal to 15 by 4. So this is the solution to the equation. Now taking the H part, it is 20t is equal to minus 10. So we have to separate the variable t. So we will divide both sides by 20. So we will left with t is equal to minus 1 by 2. And t is equal to minus 1 by 2 is the solution to this equation. Now let's take question number 3. Give the steps you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. In the above question, in these questions, there were only one step that was involved in separating the variable. In this particular question, there are two steps involved. So let's see. In the first B part, that we have equation 5m plus 7 is equal to 17. We see that on LHS there is 7 added to 5 times m. So first thing we have to do is we have to remove this 7, and we know that to find a solution we have to do mathematical operation in such a way that we are left with variable on one side, and there should not be any other number except the variable. So remove this 7 first. So step 1 is to subtract 7 from both sides. So 5m so 5m plus 7 subtracting both sides by 7. So we know that plus 7 and minus 7 makes 0. So the new equation will be 5m is equal to 10. Now it is 5 with m in multiplication. So what we should do, we should divide 5. We should divide both sides by 5. So 5m divided by 5, 10 divided by 5. So what will be the answer? M is equal to 2. So m is equal to 2 is the solution to the equation 5m plus 7 is equal to 17. Let's take C part. The equation is 20p by 3 is equal to 40. So we can see that there is 3 in the denominator and 20 in the numerator with p, or we can say that 20 by 3 multiply p is equal to 40. So either we can multiply both sides by 3, or we can divide both sides by 20 in the first step. So first step what I am choosing is I will remove this 3. So for this I will multiply 3 on both sides. So the next step will be 20 by 3p multiply 3 is equal to 40 multiply 3. So this 3 cancel out, and we are left with 20p is equal to 120. Now there is 20 with p in the multiplication, so what we will do, we will divide both sides by 20. So what will be the answer? P is equal to 6. So P is equal to 6, the solution to the equation. Now let us take question number 4. In this we have to solve the following equation. It is okay if you don't write these steps. It's okay if you don't write these statements for these steps, but you should not skip any step. Let's see. We have 10p plus 10 is equal to 100. So first thing is to remove this 10. So what we will do, we will subtract 10 on both the sides, and we will get 10p, and this plus 10 and minus 10 will make 0, and 100 minus 10 is 90. So 10p is equal to 90, but we have 10 in the multiplication with p. So what we will do next, we will divide both sides by 10, and we are left with p is equal to 9. This is the solution to the equation. Now let's take the D part. In this there is one minus sign in the product. This minus sign means minus 1 multiply p, and there is 3 in the denominator, so minus 1 by 3. Like this we can see minus 1 by 3 multiply p is equal to 5. So what we can do is we have to remove this minus sign and this 3. So we can directly multiply minus 3 on both sides. As we know, minus multiply minus makes positive. So minus p by 3 multiply minus 3 is equal to 5 multiply minus 3. So minus minus plus, and this 3 cancel out. We are left with p is equal to minus 15. So minus 15, that is p is equal to minus 15, is the solution. Let us take h part. In the h part, equation is 3s is equal to 0. We have to separate this s, means we have to do operation in such a way that we are left with s on one side. So it is 3 in the multiplication with s. So what we can do is we can divide both sides by 3. 0 divided by 3. This 3 cancel out. So we are left with s on one side, and 0 divided by 3 means when we divide 0 by 3, so answer is 0. So it is 0. So s is equal to 0 is the solution to the equation. So children, this is all for today. Hope you understood this topic. Complete the assignment. Thank you.